Hey guys, today we're talking visas on the channel. I have my friend Elena here who's Brazilian but was living in the United States, and my friend Alex who is American and just moved here from California. And today they're sharing their stories about how they came to France, sharing all the useful info that you might need to do the same. Yeah, let's get into it. Especially now, the time in the United States, because you're American as well, are a little drastic.
Yeah.
And in this political climate, in this horrible situation that the US is going through, I feel like maybe people want to leave the US and come to France.
Yeah.
And I just want to learn a little bit about how you came here.
Sure.
How you made it work.
Sure. Okay. So I have been traveling to Paris for many years now. I studied abroad like 9 years ago in undergrad, and I fell in love with it. And over the last few years, I would come to Paris for a month or like 2 months, and I would get an Airbnb and I would work remote US hours here and just kind of like live my life and make friends and date and hang out and whatever.
I did the exact same thing, by the way.
I know.
It's a great way to meet people.
Yeah. And it's like it tests out whether or not a place is for you.
Truly. 1 to 2 months is enough time to tell, I feel
Yeah.
like, to live like a local.
Right. I do
determine.
think it does feel different when you're almost a vacation mode and you know you're going back home. Like I feel like life feels more
Yeah, that is true.
heavier real now that I'm here.
I went through that.
But yeah, so I decided when I was here in April for a month that, okay, I'm really going to do this. I think also the political climate and social climate in the States really threw me over the edge to get this done within a 6-month time frame of me making that decision. I just don't want to be like pregnant and raising young kids there. I need
Right.
just
It's just not a safe country anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, it just is not.
And we both love France.
And we both love it here.
Yeah.
And I was going to come here anyways. So it's just good timing.
Oh, Jesus. There's construction. Okay, so tell me, what type of visa do you have, and how did you decide to get this visa?
Sure. So I am on a long stay student visa, and I am on this via an intensive French language program.
Okay.
Which I would say is like an easy visa hack. I know that people here, when they're in between different visas or they're at the end of one visa, an easy thing you can do is enroll into an accredited intensive French language program. So there is a website, we can like link it to the post or whatever.
Yeah.
That basically you can look up the school and the program on this official French education website, and they will tell you whether or not it would be approved for a visa. And so I'm at Sorbonne at CCFS.
I looked into that.
Yeah, really?
So how long is the program and how much is it?
I started in January 2 weeks ago, and this semester ends at the end of May, and then I'm taking the summer course, which is end of May to the end of August, and then you kind of just keep on layering different semesters if you want. So if I wanted to extend again, it would be August until January.
Okay, so you can make it last a whole year, and then with that, your visa lasts as long as you're in school.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I need to look this up, but I feel like you can just keep extending it. Like it could even be more than a year situation, but it is very intensive. So it keeps you from having a full-time job or being able to do a lot of like part-time work or an internship or whatever. The requirement is to do.
But do you have the right to work in France on this visa?
Yes.
You do?
I'm pretty sure.
What?
Yeah. It's almost operates as like another student visa if you were getting your MBA or another master's degree, where I think you can do the 20 hours of work.
Oh, wow.
In addition to being a student.
Yeah. That's really cool. I mean, you could be like a barista or something if you needed money.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm gonna do like the freelance stuff.
Okay. Well, we'll fact check this to see if that's I hope that's true.
I'm pretty confident it's true.
Okay.
And then
I didn't know that.
I know.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then the hour requirement to have a visa through a language program is you have to be in class 22 hours a week.
Okay. That's not bad.
So mine's 22.5 hours a week.
Or is it bad?
It's intense, but I think it's because it's new and it's 5 hours 5 hours of classes in all French every day or 5 days a week.
Yeah.
But it's a really good school, and even walking around, I'm understanding more French already after 2 weeks. So yeah.
So to have this visa, you don't need to be in French school. You can be in any school essentially, but you chose French school.
Do you mean like it could be a different language here?
A different language or like a different program. Like
It can
could
be a different
like
program.
you could be studying anywhere,
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
just in accredited 22 hours. Okay.
Right.
And was it pretty easy to get this visa? Like how fast was the approval process and the application process
Yeah,
and the
so
paperwork?
you do an application through Campus France, and that took, I would say, 3 weeks to get back. That was probably the longest part of the process. And then once you get approval from Campus France, after there is an agency, it's like a third party agency that works, I guess, with the embassy, the French embassy in the States, and it's called TLS. And so I made an appointment in Los Angeles, which was the closest TLS office from where I was living,
okay.
San Diego. I was living in San
Diego.
Diego. And that is where I filed my formal full-blown visa application that included various documents. You know, we can maybe do like a list link a list or something. But yeah, and then it was about 2 weeks from that point when I got my passport and my visa stamped in it.
That's really not bad.
So I brought it in case we need.
It's really not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was totally fine.
So 2 weeks, and then after that, you just packed your bags and you said, "Basta, bye."
Yeah, so I have been slowly moving out and packing up for about 6 months since that day in April when I was here, and I was like, okay, I'm really doing this. And I came here with 3 suitcases and 2 duffel bags, which I'm really proud of because it took a lot of purging to get to that point, and I was still looked at like a psychopath in the airport.
Part of moving, to be honest.
Yeah,
getting rid of all your shit,
and it's like emotional.
I have a video about it. I'll link it.
It's really emotional and hard.
It is.
And I think women are very sentimental about items. Like I had a hard time throwing out or donating tchotchke TJ Maxx jewelry from my grandma from when I was like 10 years old. Like shit like that. It's hard to go through. And then I had a couple of surgeries before, but that's another story.
Wow.
So it was a very hectic move to France, but we're here.
We're here. And so for someone who's interested in doing this, like how much does that school cost? Like approximate.
Okay. Yeah. From January until the end of May, it was 5,000 euros.
Okay.
So
it's like a semester of public school.
Yeah. So it's a quite expensive language school here. Like all things considered, there are cheaper schools, but this one was for sure gonna get me the visa. Yeah. It's just very well accredited.
Sorbonne is an amazing, like, old storied university. I took my DELF C1 test there. Actually.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was so hard.
Oh my god.
But it was cool being in there. You take your classes in there.
So I feel like there's different. I don't think I'm on that at the campus. I feel like it's like I'm in the 17th.
Oh Jesus.
So I'm not. And yeah, I think it's like a branch, like part of the school, like another building. It's not like a beautiful, gorgeous old building. Yeah. Okay. It's like I would like to go see that, but it's not that. Again, I mean, it's affiliated.
You can come with me because I have to go get my DELF C1 certificate.
Wait, why did you have to get it again?
Because I gave it to the French government. I gave my only copy to the French government with my last visa application.
So you have to take a new test or just get a copy?
No, I just want to buy a copy.
Okay.
It's €10 to buy another one.
Okay.
And they're gonna complain at me for like losing it and stuff. But
yeah, of course.
It's actually my lawyer's fault. Anyways, neither here nor there.
But so it's
a lot.
Chump change. It's not chump change, but also like I wasn't ready to commit to getting an MBA or another grad degree here, and that would have been a lot more expensive because private schools here are very expensive for non-EU. So,
and learning French is honestly going to help you so much with your life here. Like truly.
Yeah, it's not a wasted investment.
It's really a necessary skill to have if you want to integrate, and you need to have a B2 proficiency if you want to be a French naturalized citizen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Overall, how would you rate your journey from France to the U.S. in terms of like stress?
Wait, from France to the U.S. or from the U.S. to France?
From the U.S. to France. Oh my god.
Okay.
In terms of like stress and like how difficult it was, because for me it was a 10 out of 10, unfortunately.
Okay, I would say the stress was high, but I was so excited and motivated that I was able to well manage it. But it was kind of like a 24/7 obsession.
Same.
For every single day of my life, every moment of my life. Like it was hard to be present with people in my previous life in a previous place. I also will add that it wasn't a sure decision that I was doing this intensive French language program and getting a visa through that. I was at a corporate tech job. I was going to do a transfer to the office here. I was also interviewing for other tech jobs here and startup jobs here. And there was a lot of momentum, but it was just taking a really long time. And ultimately, I decided, okay, I want to learn French and break into a different industry anyways. So the decision itself on what type of visa is possible and worth it is like a huge part of the stress factor, I would say.
Totally. Okay.
Yeah.
So like 8 out of 10? Or...
You know what? Let's just say with the surgeries included, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Okay,
it was
guys,
worth
but
it.
don't let that deter you because 10 out of 10 and also really obsessed and excited about it equals like best life decision I think we've
Best
ever
life
made.
decision.
I don't regret moving here at all. I'm so happy here. So.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
Got it.
We've been joined by another friend. Welcome.
Thank you.
Helena.
Hi.
Here to tell us about another visa story.
Yes.
For backstory, you are Brazilian, but you were living in the United States for 10 years.
The last 10 years, yeah.
Okay, and you decided to come to France because
I just love it here. I
oh
love
my god, we're
Paris.
so basic. No,
What
but
am I
I
gonna
love it.
say? I have to be honest.
Right, okay. And so, what type of visa do you have and how did you get it?
So basically, I have the long stay student visa now,
Okay.
which gives me a year, and then I can renew because I'm doing a master's. So then
Which
after
is the same visa as Alex.
right.
Yes, except with my program, it only goes until the end of like language classes, whereas at some grad programs they extend it past even your like last day of class,
Right.
basically.
Okay, interesting. So because you're in business school, it gives you longer visa automatically.
Yes,
Okay.
and then I automatically get
Good difference to note.
Yes, and I automatically get to stay another year after I graduate.
To find
So,
work.
yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
And then after that, I have to go into like a salarié or
Right.
like the
Which you'll find one
CDI.
super
Yeah,
fast.
hopefully, yes.
Do you have to take French classes with that one? Or-
No,
Okay.
no, actually, no. But I do have to because if you want to get a job here in France, it's better if you speak French,
Definitely.
right? So definitely recommend speaking French. So I was going to actually do the visitor, the long stay visitor, but because I work remotely also, so then my attorney was like, okay, you can't do that because you cannot work in France for like a US employer. So then I had to find another solution. So I looked into what Sophia has, which is the Profession Libérale.
Yeah.
But that meant I had to get French clients and I had to build like a whole portfolio. And I obviously didn't have time for that. And
And you still have your job remote.
I still have my job, yeah. So I didn't
Okay.
want to quit my job. So to me, the thing that made the most sense was for me to get into the student visa.
Okay.
So I got into a master's, which was something that I was already planning on doing, but then I just ended
Was
up.
the application hard? How did that
It
process
was
go?
it was actually quite smooth. Actually, I just had to write like an essay.
Did you use
and-
ChatGPT?
No. Did you have to go through Campus France?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So after you get your long stay student visa, you have to go through Campus France,
Ah, okay.
right? So it's basically I
I've
don't
never
even
heard
know.
of this.
Oh well, good for you because it's a little bit annoying, but you have to like send all your documentations all over again, submit an application. So you also have to write a letter on why you want to come to France, why do you want to study what you want to study,
Mm.
why this is good for your career or for your personal goals. And then after that, you have to go through an interview with the Campus France. So
Mhm.
they have like several locations in your city.
Did
and
you do that?
On the phone, it was super quick.
Really?
Yeah, mine was
Okay.
like no big deal.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
nice actually. I had to go in person, so I had to like actually
So
see a person.
interesting.
It was very fast. It was very chill. It felt more like a conversation.
Yeah.
But I guess it depends on what your course of study is and like what your program is. So if you're doing a master's or an undergrad in French, then the interview is in French. But because my program was in English, I did it in English. Actually, I did
Okay.
it in Portuguese. I didn't even do it in English.
So you did it in Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was actually pretty fast. They were just asking me like, why do you want to study this? Why do you want to go to France? And just like asking me questions like, why do you want to do
Basic,
this?
yeah.
Yeah, like just oh, what's the average cost for a student in Paris to like live? So like things like that. So they want to know if you're actually like you're not gonna get lost and completely like
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, but it was really fast. I actually got my visa in a day. Like
That's
I dropped it
crazy.
off.
Oh,
one day before Christmas. Yeah, and then I got it the next day. I actually thought it was refused because I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like what? And
They
then
took one look at me and they said, no.
yeah, I was like, no way. But yeah, it was super fast and super easy too. So
That's
it was
cool.
yeah.
I have a question. So, did your attorney say with the long stay student visa that there was an hour cap to what you can work?
For the student,
Yeah.
yes. So she said that you can work. Is it 960 hours?
I just remember hearing 20 a week. Or maybe that like
yeah, you
averages
can
to
do
that or
full
something.
time. I don't think you can do full time. I
Yeah.
think it's just like 20 hours a week. The problem is because this is what my attorney told me, because I wanted to get into the long stay visiteur. And she told me there's really no way for them to know if you're working remotely or not, because a lot of people come to France on this visa and they're working remotely.
Yeah.
So the consulate says
On
you
the student
can
visa.
on the long stay,
Oh, the long stay visitor
visiteur,
visa. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is basically a tourist visa but for a longer
Yeah.
period of time. No, what she told me is that the consulate will tell you yes, you can do teletravail, you can work remotely, that's fine.
But the tax
But it's
people.
the tax people
Yeah.
that say no, you can't. So, but it's kind of a gray zone because it's not clear what you can or what you can do. The problem is when you try to renew your visa and they find that you have been working. So that's
Yeah.
where the problem is. A lot of people get through it, and a lot of people just like, don't get caught.
But I wonder if you can just declare your foreign income in your French taxes and then just pay.
I
your
think you
French
have to become a
taxes.
tax resident in both countries.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
because if you stay for like, I don't know what the period is, but I think like if you stay
183 days.
exactly. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure I did that last year, but I'm avoiding
Okay,
like any responsibility for it.
it's okay, but so if you stay longer than that, then you have to become like a tax resident. And
Are you going to register your like visa number or tax number? I just started that process to get like public health care and
Yeah.
other social services and
yeah, did you already
start paying
validate your
taxes.
visa?
Yeah, I validated
Okay,
my
yeah.
visa.
I also validated my visa.
Real
You
quick
have
Yay.
3
for
months to.
people,
You have
yeah.
3 months, and I know that like if I was maybe 5 years younger, I would have totally not validated. I would have forgotten about it.
She
But
would have waited.
I
I
would
did
have
mine
waited.
the same day. I did mine like immediately.
Okay, good, as you should. I took like maybe a month after I got here to validate it, but I actually don't know much about that. I don't
Okay.
really know how that works. Do you want to explain?
I think we'll do follow-up episodes on like French administration and what happens with just like the legal aspects with the visa consulate and then the tax.
Right.
Like
Okay, I
agencies.
know one thing is that as a student, we don't really have to pay taxes. But don't quote me on
Interesting.
this because
Okay.
it was ChatGPT that told me, so I don't
think
know.
you're right. I've heard
But
that.
I think that even if you do pay taxes, it's just very low. Like it's
Okay.
very, very low as a student.
Well, if you don't have a job, then what would you pay taxes on?
Well,
Um,
say like I have my income from like jobs in the States or whatever. Like what am I required to report? Did they?
so it's like
Do you have a
maybe-
French phone number?
I do.
Okay,
I do
and you
now.
too, no. Okay,
Mhm.
that's good. You guys found the loophole.
Yeah, French number. I don't have the bank account yet. But and yeah, what are you doing for an apartment?
Okay.
The video cut off, unfortunately, but if you guys want a part 2, if you want to hear more about housing, if you want to hear more about Paris life or anything in between, please let me know in the comments below and say goodbye to Elena and Alex. And thank you so much for watching. Bisous. Bye. Wait, this is so cute. BTS.
Just in Plastofine eating a quiche.
And this is good practice with people yelling in the background because what the fuck?
This feels like a very Emily in Paris plaza.
The wind,
It's kind of bad.
the wind is blowing the tripod over.
Oh.
People are staring. People are freaking me out. Oh my god, I would never do this alone. Okay, wait. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is so embarrassing with you two here.
Wait,
I've
not.
I know.
You're the one laughing, girl.
I know. I feel so cringe, but okay. Okay.
Start over 'cause I was.
If this info is helpful at all, please like, comment, subscribe. Kill me. Okay. No, I love this coat.
Oh, thanks.
Where is
my new
friend?
pink.
I hope she's not lost.
My new pink coat. you
Talking.
oh no.
The wind is killing me.
I wanted to do some fact checking after I ate my quiche.